Okay, hi, this is your reading. This one I am going to do a little bit differently than the other ones because you did have a specific question and you were considering two different options, right? And so I'll use a different spread to answer these questions. The other ones are more of like just a general reading. And so for this one, I will just be using tarot to get the most specific information for you. And we'll just do all the cards for the West Coast first, and then we'll get into the East Coast option. And I'm saying coast, but like, I know it's not the coast exactly, but that's how I think of America. Anything within like 300 miles of the coast is like still the coast to me. So we're gonna start with the vibe check, okay? I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit, sorry. But what is the current vibe going on here? Oh, babe. The Five of Cups. I don't know what is exactly going on right now, but you may be feeling lonely. You may be feeling like some things have gone wrong here. Like maybe you're not feeling very supported. The thing about the Five of Cups though is that these three that are tipped over, that's not all of them. There's two of them right there. There are these two cups that you still have available to you. Well, first let's see what is maybe causing this Five of Cups energy right now. What is causing you to feel uncared for? What the hell? So for what is causing you to feel uncared for, this is interesting because we have the Ten of Pentacles, which usually has something to do with retirement or legacy or inheritance, some sort of like culmination of finances, or of some material journey that has been happening. I'm wondering if maybe you are switching careers, and maybe you've sort of reached, maybe you recognize that like what is happening for you financially or monetarily, you've kind of hit a wall with it and you've kind of reached the maximum benefit that you can get from this particular income. Option A, the West Coast. Let's check the vibe there. Let's check the vibe on the West Coast right now. Wow, so for your West Coast option, we have pulled Judgment. It's clarity, it's a final decision. This is very much like you are being called to ascend. If you choose this option, this is sort of an ascension. It will be the end of maybe your old life. Maybe that's already happening. Maybe you're well aware that it is time for a change. What are the pros of the West Coast option? Ooh. Two cards came out for that one. So the Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. This is saying that you will make money on the West Coast, okay? Yeah, this is like luxury. This is very abundant energy, okay? The Four of Pentacles is maybe your desire for luxury. There is an element of a scarcity mindset with this. Like she's kind of goleming it a little bit, you know, which she doesn't need to. You will be successful on the West Coast, that is for sure. Maybe pretty abundantly so. Okay, that was the pros. Now let's look at the cons of the West Coast. Two of Cups. Okay, so just like any move, building new connections and making new friends, meeting new people, that's just part of any move, right? And so that, in the downside position for this card, that might be your challenge with this. Is maybe the biggest challenge would be just finding your tribe there. Also though, I feel like it wouldn't be that hard for you. I really don't think it would be that hard. This is a positive card. So even though this might be a challenge to meet new people, like on an emotional level, I don't think it'll be difficult for you. Now we'll look at the advice for succeeding in this option. Like, what is going to be most important for you to keep in mind or watch out for to be successful on the West Coast? What's our advice here? So the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is your advice for this option. He's standing alone here, and he's in a very defensive stance. You might feel pressure to sort of explain yourself a little bit. Maybe people won't really understand why you're doing this. You can explain yourself if you want to, but it's your life, and you are the one that has to live with your decisions at the end of the day. So this card is really saying, like, stand your ground, be boundaried, you know, like, don't let people sway you from your path. If this is the option that you choose, people might question it, but don't listen to them. You're good. Okay, now let's check out the East Coast option. What's the vibe on the East Coast here? Page of Pentacles. Okay, so again, about money. There's a lot of career and like material movement happening in this period of time for you. Page of Pentacles is a level up. This is the first step of like the next level of your journey. So where the Ten of Pentacles is sort of this like conclusion of a certain path, or it's a culmination of some sort of material situation. And the Page of Pentacles is the next step after that. So this definitely speaks to new income and ambition. Maybe it takes some consideration, maybe some patience and some strategizing on how to, maybe you need to do some studying to hit this next level up on this path. But that's good. This is a good card. Good vibes on the East Coast too. All right, now what is the upside of the East Coast option for you? So the upside of the East Coast option is Two of Swords. And so the Two of Swords is saying that there's some sort of compromise happening here, or there's some sort of choice or decision. You know, and I'm noticing in the background here, the moon is mostly hidden right behind her blindfolded eyes here. And the moon is about like unseen things. It's about intuition. Whatever your intuition is saying about this, about the possible upsides of the East Coast, I would listen to that, because there's something there that I can't see in this reading right now. But I have a feeling that you know what this is about. It involves some sort of compromise that will benefit you. All right, let's check out what the downside of the East Coast might be. The Fool. So this is a major arcana card. This is the first major arcana card, actually. And this is the beginning of a new journey. There's a big change that is in store on it looks like there's a big change in store for you either way. Definitely look before you leap, for sure, right? Maybe the path is not necessarily clear before you. You kind of have to consider what it is that you have going on already. Make some sort of choice or compromise about it to begin this next phase of your journey, and it's a major one. This is a major new journey for you. If the East Coast is what you go with, trust that decision. Now let's check out what's going to help you succeed. Whoa, that was very, very clear. So this is really interesting because you got the Seven of Swords for advice for this side too, which, if you remember, on the West side we have the Seven of Wands, and then we also have the Seven of Swords here, which is pretty similar messages here. It is about boundaries. It is about self-protection. And you know, you see how he's like sort of like, these are my swords, you can't take them. He's maybe dropped a couple, maybe he's carrying too many. Maybe he is trying to carry too many things at once. And the Seven of Swords it does speak to some sort of sneakiness, some sort of deception. But coming up in the advice section, maybe this is saying that you need to, if you choose the East Coast option, maybe you need to move in the shadows with this a little bit, and maybe not tell someone about it Just don't broadcast it. Yeah, just move in the shadows with this move. Not everyone needs to know everything that you're up to. Okay, so that all being said, let's pull one more time and see what advice Spirit has for you in making this choice. The Artist. So this is actually a special card that is unique to this deck that I use. This is not a typical tarot card. So the advice in making this decision is to follow what is going to let you manifest your dreams. Like I was saying with this card, this is your life. You are the one that gets to decide what it looks like. You are the one with the tools in your hand to create a life exactly as you want it to be. And you may be looking ahead at this vision inside of your mind. See how it's like kind of contained within his thoughts, sort of like this is something that he's looking at and imagining and envisioning, and putting it to paper, bringing it into reality, in his way. Whatever's sort of prompting you to make this move, this energy, the artist energy, is the solution to whatever is causing you to feel uncared for and unsupported, which I'm so sorry about. Embodying your artist energy, and it doesn't have to be like literally art, right? I don't know what kind of creative projects you might have in the works or anything, but even just the way that you live your life can be art. So basically the decision here, or the advice here for your decision, is what is going to make your life more. Okay, I ran out of storage on my phone, but let me just finish up telling you about your reading. There's this idea, there's this concept of like being the director of your own life movie. And like if you do watch your life like a movie, at the end of it, you get to choose what happens now. You are in the director's chair. You get to choose what happens and what kind of movie do you want to watch. If you were directing a like a biopic or whatever, biopic, I don't know how to say that word, but if you were directing one about you, I mean, you are, you know, like what would you do? What would make for the best cinema, you know? And sometimes you can do things for the plot, you know what I mean? Like I definitely make decisions for the plot sometimes. And you are free to do that. You have free will and it's your life, no one else's, and you get to choose what it looks like. So I hope that was helpful for you. And I'm so excited for you. Definitely let me know what you end up deciding. Either way, it seems like it's got some really exciting things in store for you. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.